Hello, 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 and welcome back to part 2 of this week's Armchair Pundits show. As you've seen, we've just finished the final review. Now we're moving on to the team of the tournament. So we've all picked our teams that we feel are the teams of the tournament, and we'll find a consensus, and then we will pick one final team of the tournament through all 5 of us. So, without any further ado, Leon, first up.
Hey, I had Mike Maignan in goal, Danny Carvajal right back, Almeric Laporte at centre back with Mark Gahey, and Cucurella at left back. My midfield is Fabian Ruiz, N'Golo Kante, and Rodri. And then my forwards are Yamal, Musiala, and Dani Olmo. I don't have no recognised striker for obvious reasons.
Daryl?
I got Maignan in goal. I got right back Carvajal. I've got Gahey and I've gone for Saliba as the two centre backs. Cucurella at left back. Midfield three of Rodri, Ruiz, and Olmo playing as a cam. Then I've got Yamal on the right, Williams on the left, and I've gone for a centre forward playing Gakpo in probably the furthest role forward, essentially, even though he didn't really play in that position in the tournament. But yeah, that's like Leon said.
Over to you, Bevan.
So I went Oblak in goal. I had Carvajal, Calafiori, and Saliba with Cucurella at the back. Then in midfield, Rodri, Ruiz, Yamal, and Williams on the wing. And I had Musiala basically playing as a number 10. And then I actually went for a striker, and I put in Fulkrug, even though he played like probably 30 minutes of football. But as Leon and Daryl said, there are actually no strikers that are any good in this tournament. No number 9s anyway.
Cool. Over to you, Lamont.
Different. So I went for Mamardashvili in goal. Went for a back three, which I got slated before we started recording. Ake, Sunday, and Gahey. 4 in the middle, we've got Rodri, Ruiz, Kante, Olmo, and up front we've got Musiala, Gakpo, and Williams, which I also got get for as well.
Boy. So, my team, Unai Simon, Danny Carvajal, Mark Gahey, Manuel Akanji, Mark Cucurella, Fabian Ruiz, Rodri, Musiala, Yamal, Williams, and I went for Cody Gakpo up front as well, because as we've all pretty much said, there wasn't an out-and-out striker in this tournament. So, after doing that, we've come with a basic consensus of the team we're going to pick. So we don't have a goalkeeper yet, so we'll debate on that. We've picked Danny Carvajal right back, Gurhey centre back. We haven't got a centre back to go next to him yet. Cucurella left back, midfield of Ruiz, Rodri, and Musiala, and wingers Yamal and Nico Williams, with no centre forward as yet, or no forward as yet. So we'll go on our goalkeepers, because I picked Unai Simon. I thought he did have a outstanding tournament, but I don't think loads of goalkeepers did. There were guys that had good performances in games, but I thought for me, over the whole tournament, he was consistent. Didn't really see any mistakes. Made some good saves going there, and he won the tournament. So I picked him as my goalkeeper. So as Leon was the first one to read out, choose your goalkeeper and why you chose yours, and we can see if there's a reason why we'll move on to another goalkeeper.
For me, Mike Maignan was my pick. Obviously, I think he had the most clean sheets in the tournament, but it's not just that. I think during France's games, he's very much a leader, especially in the team with that back line. He's often the vocal one. You often see him barking orders at the defense and ensuring that people are doing their jobs. He made key saves for France in most of the games that they played. They didn't have a great tournament, and they tried to play a lot of counter-attacking football, which meant that they had conceded possession in quite a few games, and there were chances. But for me, he was just doing what we know him to do. His distribution has always been good. And yeah, I just felt like for what he produced in the tournament, there wasn't many standout keepers for me, but I thought Magnan was one of them. And going out to Spain in the semi-final is not bad considering how poor they have been as a team going forward.
Yeah, go on, Daryl.
Well, yeah, what can I say that Leon didn't really say? For me, the clean sheets, the amount that he had in the tournament, the fact that he's always so commanding, you always seem like the defense seem confident when he's in goal. His distribution is really good. And I think out of the goalkeepers, like I don't really feel some of the other goalkeepers had to command or be alert or be on point as much as him out of the top goalkeepers that we've all said. And so that's my reason. And because he's a green Teletubby as well. if you get the pun, and certain
Next
people
up,
get that.
Bevan.
I went with Oblak. I think he's a solid goalkeeper. Really made a great save from Ronaldo, and I think
Be honest.
and that stuck in my mind. Really,
He stopped him from scoring in the
That's
day.
it.
He's the reason why he didn't get a goal this tournament.
Yeah, it's true. He did make some good saves. I didn't do too great in
He was strong in that. He was strong in
in the
that game.
shooter.
He was very strong in that game.
Yeah, he did make some. Oh yeah, no, he did make some good saves in that game. So that kind of stuck out for me. So I put Oblak in my team.
What can I say? What can I say? Mamadas really, as much as his second name definitely took me all the way to the final to actually be able to pronounce it. Yeah, trust me, you can't do that when you've had a few. Believe me, he's definitely the reason why Georgia were even spoken about in a good light. To be fair, second to their attack, he had to have been the whole reason why people were excited to watch their games. The geezer made 30 plus saves in just 4 games. And remember, they got pumped in a couple of games. So, his job was to stop them from being absolutely buried. And I feel like he made a massive claim for himself to be, one of the best keepers in the tournament, to be fair. And I think the next person to him was the Dutch keeper. And he made like 17 saves. So imagine that, the geezer, he done a good job. So that's my keeper.
Okay. Well, since we didn't have a full consensus, my second, actually, up until the final finished, I had Mike Magnan as my second choice as my goalkeeper for the tournament. And I changed it last minute. Obviously, we didn't show each other the teams until the game was finished anyway. So, I don't know. With him being my second, I kind of think I'm happy to replace my goalkeeper with Mike Magnan. Did anyone else have him? Any of the other two guys have Magnan as your second choice goalkeeper? Or is there a reason why you want to fight for yours?
Not particularly. I'm happy to go. I'm happy to go with Mike Magnan, to be honest with you. I've got no affiliation to Jan Oblak. He's not sponsoring me on this podcast.
The CR7 haters, they'll be the ones that will be happy to have Oblak in there, man. There's always a few. He reduced man to tears, bro. That takes a lot.
Oh, but there was ugly tears as well. They were hideous. He would.
Man's ugly tears, boy.
He's crying his mouth.
Okay, cool. I'm assuming you're the same, Lamont.
Yeah, man. He was my close second. It was good to watch. He was commanding. He was acting like a skipper that Killian couldn't actually be, and he was, he was definitely another one to watch.
Cool. That being
You're ready
said,
for
okay.
Kylian, boy. The one thing
The
I will say
goalkeepers-
is,
Yeah, go on.
obviously, Mamadashvili did make the most saves, but that's because he was bombarded with shots constantly. And that's
But
what
that's his
happens in the
job, though,
Premier
Lee.
League with the bottom keepers. Like, you probably find that West Foderingham probably saved Sheffield United many
Bruv,
times,
we
but
had it.
also made many mistakes too.
We
To be
bought
fair, some
Simon
of them-
Mignolet because of his saves. Simon Mignolet made save after save after save. When he came to Liverpool, he couldn't save none. His save percentage was trash. So that's what happens.
Yeah, I know. But to be fair, with the Georgian keeper, you notice I didn't say his second name, yeah? But with the
It's-
Georgian keeper, yeah, he literally, some of the saves that he was making, he shouldn't have made. It was
No,
like
I
that.
agree.
That's
And
the reason why I selected him, because I'm like, you
he-
know what? He was getting peppered. And some of them he shouldn't have been making. So I said, you know what? Someone's got to stand up and just be like, you know what? You've done a good job, lad.
Well,
No,
talks
no,
into
no,
belief.
No, to be honest with you,
he's gonna be
like,
in the
he's
Premier
been
season.
a standout keeper in Spain for a good couple of seasons with Valencia. It's not like he's unknown. He's definitely he's very young, but he's shown that he's got really, really good qualities. And for Georgia, obviously they were looking at Kvaratskhelia to sort of do his thing, but really it was Mamadashvili that was saving that team.
Big man, if he's coming to the Premier, they need to find a nickname for him ASAP.
Oh, they will.
Because I'm
You
gonna
know
call
what?
him. I'm gonna call him
Let's
Marshmallow.
call him the Georgian keeper.
I'll call him
Georgian
Marshmallow, bro.
Either that or
You know,
Leon needs a job in commentary because he's rolling out names like it's nothing out here, bro.
You know what?
You know the problem with facing a lot of shots is that you're focused, right? But if you don't, it's when you don't have to face a lot of shots and you got to make that one save. And if you can't do it, that could be the one goal that goes in and your team's finished. They're cooked. So same thing happened. Same thing happened with.
You're going same thing with who?
No. Same thing happened with Aaron Ramsdale when he was facing all those shots, and then he made that faux pas of going on a podcast and saying, "Oh, I can't concentrate," and that's what's causing problems. So, if you're facing lots of shots, you don't have your concentration doesn't have to be as high. But if you're not, that's what separates the best keepers is where they don't face a lot of shots and they make that one save that kind of wins the game for a team or stops them from going behind.
True that. Go on, Daryl.
I think that's where James is going with Mignolet. Same kind of thing, isn't it? When you're when you're not got that work to do because you've got a better defense in front of you now. When those moments come up, because you're not, I don't know, like got that adrenaline. Maybe you don't make those saves and you make mistakes. So it doesn't work out. So yeah. But as James regularly said all season, they've got the best goalkeeper in the world now.
Yep, Alisson. But yeah, we'll move on to our centre back. So we'll go back in reverse order this time. So I had Akanji. I found it hard, to be honest, to pick a really solid other defender. And through the first few games, I thought Akanji was brilliant every single game. He's just a very good defender. And I just thought, why not? I can't think of anyone else. I remembered his performances, so I picked him. So I had no real affiliation to a defender. So hopefully we find a consensus. Because I'm not sure if we will. But we'll go reverse order, as I said. So obviously I had Akanji, Lamont. You had 3, which is a bit weird.
But I had Kunde. Kunde would have been mine anyway. He had a good tournament, to be fair to you. He was pretty solid. Blocks and, providing, an outlet for the keeper, pretty much. He was always, willing to take the ball and just feed it into the centre mid. So that's the reason why I selected him, really.
Until he came up against Rafael Leao.
Like I was about to say. Until he got
cooked.
Yeah.
And your one? Bevan?
I went with Saliba, even though that France team wasn't great. He wasn't playing. He was playing as a left-sided centre-back. I didn't really see him make too many mistakes. So
committed a lot. I think he committed the most fouls defenders in the league in the competition. I heard, but that's another story.
Doesn't play for United, we get it. So I went with that's why I went with Saliba. I did think about Laporte because he did have a good tournament, He didn't really put a foot wrong and was kind of solid, really. So, but I don't know. I just felt like had a lot of. I didn't want my whole team to be just Spain
Spanish.
Team. Yeah.
That's fair enough. Fair enough. Daryl?
Yeah, I too went with Saliba because I thought once again the French defence, the back line, that was their only key performance of the tournament for me personally. I think defensively France did look good, and I went with Saliba because, like I said, I think Kunde got cooked, and Saliba I didn't really see him put a foot wrong. But if I was to say my backup, it probably would have been Laporte, because again he didn't do anything wrong either in this Spain team. So I'm happy to go with that.
Finally, Leon?
Yeah, well, my pick was Laporte. For me, he led that Spanish back line along with Carvajal. I think both of them, being the veterans of that back line, I felt like they were outstanding. If you look at Spain across the tournament, defensively, you would say when you look at their team that their defense is not as strong as it used to be when you just look at names. But in terms of how they performed and how they performed as a unit, how they performed without the ball, and even in situations where they were under pressure at times, you never ever felt that they looked ruffled. They never they never looked panicked. It never looked like teams really were able to put a consistent amount of pressure on them. And I think that's largely due to how calm those guys were at the back line. So for me, Laporte was outstanding, and to be, he's been playing in Saudi Arabia. A lot of people thought his career was pretty much on the downside, and he's performed and helped bring his home or his nation a trophy.
He's in the Saudi league now, isn't it? Laporte?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, the same thing. People writ off Kante.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they both have very good tournaments, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm very surprised that more people didn't put Kante in just because of the amount of running he was doing, and just he was basically intercepting, blocking. He was doing a lot. He was even part of creating some of the build-up for France as well. So yeah, he had a lot to do in the France team.
I had him in mind initially, but I didn't want Ruiz, Rodri, and Kante. So I put Musiala in for the creativity. That's literally. But he was in there. I was
this close to missing Musiala. It's only when I kind of look back, I said, "Hold on, I can't miss this guy."
But you missed Yamal. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move on.
I was waiting to see who was going to do it.
Listen,
wait to see.
After he let Luke Shaw come on for 45 minutes, and lock him down, he left my team. I say, yo, big man, you're not ready yet.
Bro, get out of here, bro.
Who
set up the first goal? Who set up the first goal, bro? Who set up the first goal, bro?
He got an assist in the first half, bro. Come on.
Anyway, you're having a mare, bro.
Probably should have scored.
You're having a mare, bro.
We're talking about whole tournament, man.
He's got his Man United glasses on, his rose tinted Man United glasses on, and that's all he saw was Luke Shaw, bruv. But he didn't see that Luke Shaw didn't see where Yamal was when he passed the ball to Williams.
To be fair, I blamed that on Guler, but
same here. Because Guler had him, he was inside.
He had to close it down. There was a split second where you make a decision to either close the space down or you step back, and he stepped back and it killed him. Yeah. That step back gave him the opportunity. Said, "Okay, cool, I'm going in there." Bang, touch and then pass, and also she wrote after that.
You see what you got? I know
Kyle Walker got quite out as well, though. Then what he sometimes does gets caught coming inside. And
I'm saying more in terms of Shaw.
Yeah.
Oh, in terms of Shaw, yeah.
Go on.
No, I was going to say, you see what you're saying about England and their left side again, right? Shaw did have up Yamal for the first 20 minutes, but what did they do, Spain? They just said, right, Carvajal, start making runs overlap.
Yeah.
And Yamal drop in the middle. And that's it. That's it. Done.
Yeah.
Shaw couldn't move forward nowhere.
Okay.
And a few times that Shaw did get forward, he did do some good stuff.
Yeah, honourable mention for Akanji though. He had a great tournament, guys. Like honestly,
he did, man.
He did.
Yeah. In terms of he had a massive tournament for me. To be honest,
And it's a shame because he was one of the guys that missed a pen. So
yes, the guy.
Oh yeah, he was the guy.
The only one.
Yeah.
And what do you call it? I think Stones or Foden told him where to go. apparently.
Yeah,
They know where he
heard about
goes. They
that.
told him where to go.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
so moving on. I
The
think
most
actually it was
difficult
Walker.
decision.
Sorry, Laporte. Obviously, 3 of you have come up with Laporte as your first or second choice. So that gap is filled with Laporte. Now down to the difficult one, the forward.
Or lack thereof.
Yeah. So 2 people, to make it quick, 2 people had Gakpo, myself and Daryl, if I'm correct.
I think there's
And me
three,
as well.
three of you
3
with
people.
Gakpo.
Oh, well,
Yeah,
3
I
of us
had
had Gakpo.
Yeah.
And so Leon, you had
I had Olmo as a false 9.
It's the Spanish way, isn't it?
bruv,
It's
Spanish
the
way,
Spanish
bro.
way. It's the Spanish way.
he joined a goal scorer in the end, didn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why.
And Bevan,
That's
you
why I
had
had him at
And 2 assists.
Yeah, I went with a number 9, with an actual number 9, and I went with Fulkrug because he
had a good tournament. He wasn't used
He
enough.
just
He wasn't used enough.
Yeah,
No,
He should have been.
Havertz on too long, mate.
yeah.
Mm.
It's not a bad shout.
I mean, when he came on against Spain, he was just giving them. He gave those defenders problems, man. He gave them hell.
He always does.
Could have had a goal, handful, man. Players just couldn't deal with him. And the goalie, I think, what goal was it against Scotland? The goal he scored was beautiful.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and then the header as well. He scored some beautiful goals. Scored a big goal, and when he came on, he was a handful. Just didn't play a lot of minutes. And
Agreed.
I just went with a number 9. It was either going to be. It could have been. It was going to be between him and Mbolo. I suppose Mbolo was kind of similar, but I just liked what I saw from Fulkrug.
I'm glad you didn't choose Mbolo.
Bro.
So Leon, so Daryl, your reason for Gakpo?
Gakpo, because he made a real impact, obviously, for the Dutch squad. He's got important goals, and realistically, out of the guys, it felt more like I was putting an attacking forward there rather than an attacking midfielder there. So that's why I went with Gakpo already. And the fact that he got some important goals, and he had some guys on toast in a couple of games, and I think he deserved to be in the team, really.
Lamont, you chose him too?
Yeah, similar to Daryl. I think he was probably one of the most important players in the Dutch squad, to be quite honest with you. Without him, they don't even get out of the group.
He was robbed. It probably was an own goal, but he should have. At one point, he thought he had 4 goals, and he would have won a golden boot outright. But I think it was an own goal. Yeah. So Liverpool player didn't achieve anything in this tournament. But no, to be honest, similar to what you guys said, I thought he was important. He played well. He struggled a bit against Walker, if to be completely honest. But generally in the tournament, he had a good tournament. So, any reason, Leon, your choice?
I'm sticking with Olmo, man. Like for me, my pick is still Olmo as false 9. I know it's not like realistically that there's no like even Gakpo's not a number 9, right? No striker has really repped at all in this tournament. Like Kane obviously got 3 goals, 2 of them in open play, but he was largely anonymous in the games that he was playing. Mikel Tazar, who people were giving a lot of credit for Georgia, he scored 2 pens. And other times he was just running channels because that's all his team could do for him. But for me, Ronaldo missing, Lukaku missing. There's a lot. Kane missing, Mbappe
although he
missing.
shares golden boot, right? He shares golden
boot with not really doing much. And as I said,
Doesn't Olmo get it because he got more assists, Lee?
No, they changed it. They're sharing it.
They stopped it.
There's straight goals this year.
Wow.
I think 6 people are sharing it or something like that.
Exactly. Mad. So for me, I've gone with Olmo because of his contribution to the team. He came on, he wasn't expected to start. He didn't initially. And then when Pedri got injured, he came into the team and literally brought them through in 2 of the knockout games and ended up with 5 goal contributions throughout for the whole tournament. So for me, I'm sticking with Olmo. I think it's difficult for you to leave him out considering what he
Yeah.
brought to that
So why
Spanish team.
didn't you put him in your midfield then?
Why not put him in midfield? Because as I said, I didn't need to worry about that because
We're talking about a position that's a forward. Just saying.
Yeah, but and he's played in full positions before. So what's the problem?
Okay.
Not this tournament though. I see where you're going though. It's tournament you pay midfield. I guess.
If this was FM, are you gonna put a Cam or are you gonna put?
It's not FM though, bruv. It's not FM.
That's why
Football Manager. For those that don't know what we're on about, it's Football Manager. The SFFM context.
Exactly. Wow. It's not real. It's not real life.
Well, going as a consensus, it is 3-2. Are any of you two going to change? Well, in fact, it's down to Bevan.
Yeah, Bevan.
Well, no.
Bevan, are you going for Olmo or are you going for?
Do you know what it is?
Gakpo.
I wanted Olmo in my team, but again, I felt like it was just to be overrun with Spanish players, and I was being like a prisoner of the moment. And they said, "Oh yeah," but you can't deny what this guy did. Like he came into that Spanish team with an injured Pedri, and in certain moments he put the team on his back. Man, he got them to the semi-final, and he got them to the final. Yeah, I think I've
just gonna add. Yeah, 2 men who pick Gakpo also have Olmo, so you know.
Yeah, but
that's where you two going to change.
Olmo is in the position that he played in this tournament. That's the difference.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's what's going to be the overriding.
Realistically,
he didn't play as a forward.
What you could do is you could put you could put Nico Williams as the centre forward, and put.
Is that? But you guys have to
move Musiala into one of the forward positions as well if you want to. If you want to do that, then.
Yeah.
Musiala played as a 10 though. He played as a midfielder in this tournament. That's my only issue. My issue is Olmo was not a forward in this tournament. He was a midfielder.
The thing is,
that's fine. I agree.
You got 2 golden boot people, 2 people that are sharing the golden boot.
We're
arguing to try and get into the team. So a bit crazy, really.
Does that mean that someone else should come out then? Should someone else come out?
See, I didn't feel like. Oh.
There you go. Should someone else come out?
How do you not put Yamal in? Right. Let's just get to that.
Hold on. How did we turn this? Yeah.
Because
Olmo and Gakpo.
Because it's going to be Gakpo
for me.
Because listen, I'll tell you why. Because Olmo did not play as a forward, so Olmo is going to be taken out of that situation.
But Olmo
it's going
was
to be
in my
Gakpo.
team, bruv. So why is the beef with me?
Gakpo is going to take that front position, so that's finished. We've got our team.
That's free.
Gakpo takes the position.
It's 3-2 anyway.
So it's 3-2. So I want to know how you did not get the young player of the tournament in your team, bro.
I told you already. Luke Shaw came in and done Luke Shaw stuff. He done Luke Shaw stuff.
45 minutes. 45 minutes nullified the whole tournament performance.
Listen, he showed Lamar for 20 minutes that you're still a boy. You're still a boy.
Yamal said, okay, cool, I'm going to make an assist. and you need to keep up and go back to the gym.
Listen, to be honest with you, I think that Yamal situation was a bit of a clerical error. I'm not going to lie.
It's on Musiala. It's on Musiala. It's on Yamal. You're confused, isn't it?
But that is one hell of a typo. That's one hell of a typo.
Boy, so okay, we agreed that it was a mistake. Fair enough.
I'm not even looking.
He's owned up to it.
You know what's being bothered right now? I've got such a headache.
If it's a mistake, who then comes out of his team? That's the question. Because that could impact the rest of it. Yeah.
No, realistically, if I'm going to be honest, I would probably have taken out Williams and put Yamal in. That's all that would have happened. But all that would happen, Williams would have still been in the team. Does that make sense? Because of the overall consensus.
How many times he was picked?
So yeah, it wouldn't have really mattered.
No,
the only reason why I picked Williams, and truth be told, is because he was more exciting to watch than Yamal. Like, I felt like he was more of a threat. Like, every time he got the ball, he was crazy direct, and he was all over the pitch. And I just felt like he was a little bit more confident. Whereas Yamal, even though I knew he had, the ability to change the game, I don't know, it was weird. I didn't really get excited when he got the ball. It was more like, he might do something. Whereas Williams, I'm like, what's this? He's going to do something. So that's kind of where I was with it, to be honest with you. But yeah, you lot are not having it, are you?
Nope.
No, I don't know what you're talking about, bro. Yamal has been exciting in some tournament, bro. He be causing hella problems. Hella problems in tournament, bro. It's alright.
You are talking a bag of trash. Well, listen, yeah.
The match I went too far there, bro. Man dug himself out of the hole and then started.
I dug a hole right next to it.
Oh, cool. If no one else got anything to add, it looks like we've got our team. It's not 100% confirmed, but because obviously we have to give a shout out to Omo, because Omo could have made our team, but he just didn't quite get in. So, goalkeeper is Mike Magnon, right back Carvajal, centre back Skirhy and Laporte, left back Cucurella, centre midfielders Ruiz, Rodri, and Musiala, with Yamal, Williams, and Gakpo as the attackers. Yep, Lamont.
Just one more thing. Who's El Capitan? I think everyone's going to be unanimous on this.
I probably picked for Rodri.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Play
Rodri.
the tournament.
That was quick and easy.
Rodri.
Play the tournament.
Yeah.
Quick and easy.
Something that was not on the script. Who's your player of the tournament? If you don't have one, you don't have one. But I thought I'd throw it out there without warning you guys, because you would have one. Because I said it from before. I called it from before, from last podcast. I said Rodri's gonna get it. I said Rodri will get it. Yes, Rodri will get it. If they win, Rodri will get it.
To be fair, Musiala really impressed me this tournament. To be honest, really impressed me. I know his quality, but yeah, I really liked what I saw in the tournament.
I think he started on fire.
Kind of fizzled out.
Yeah. I think maybe it would have been different if they had got to the latter stage, and unfortunately they came up against Spain.
Yeah.
For me, I'm going to go with Yamal, just for the fact that the kid's 16, now 17.
17.
And yeah, that was it.
Sorry, my
now
bad.
17. And what he did at this tournament, for a player that age, show that level of maturity. He scored some key important goals, and one young player of the tournament. So I'm probably going to go with him. Rodri, I kind of expect that from Rodri. He does it for City. He's done it for Spain many a time. I just feel Yamal at his age, doing what he did in his first major tournament, I've got to give him credit for that. And yeah, I think he got the young player. He could have got both, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So,
You changed my mind. I'm going for Yamal, actually. I'm going for Yamal over Rodri. Bevan, Leon, one of you two?
Man, mine was out of Fabian Ruiz and Rodri. I think Rodri was probably Spain's most important player, but I thought in the team, the person who impressed me the most was Fabian Ruiz.
Yeah.
And I think because of the way he plays, he doesn't get a lot of recognition. He kind of an unsung hero of the team, but he definitely stood out this tournament more than any other. So I'm going to go Fabian Ruiz just because, as Daryl said, I feel like Rodri just does what he normally does. And it's amazing, but at the same time, it's just, he just does what he needs to do, man. He's a quality player.
And as Bevan said,
But yeah, Fabian Ruiz.
German police are still looking for him. So, we got on, Bevan.
Do you know what? Leon just stole it. He stole it from me. I don't want to sound like I've just repeated what he said because I wanted to say someone different. No, I was gonna say like it would. I was gonna pick Fabian Ruiz only because Yamal got the young player. I thought he could have got both, but I just like what Ruiz was doing, like, and how he made the team tick and popping up in defense and in attack, and sometimes he didn't even notice that he was there because he was keeping things moving, and how he just brought the team on. So yeah, I would go with Fabian Ruiz as well.
I don't
He went about
Sound
his
like a
business
coveted
well.
buddy. He went about his business. He went about his business very, very well.
Yeah, when you think about consistency, if you was to say over consistency, he's probably the most consistent one in that team for the whole tournament. Really.
Yeah.
Okay.
And sorry. Andy, like what he does some cheeky stuff. Usually has to reserve for certain players to do this. It's like he wants to embarrass man certain times. I'm like, are you doing that in defense, bro? Why are you trying to?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's the confidence. It's the confidence.
No, it is the confidence, but usually, you know what I mean? Usually it's kind of like the IC3s that are trying to embarrass man out here like that, bro. You get me?
Then green
Usually. Yeah, them man there.
Okay, so we've come to the end of the tournament. It's been a good tournament. We've got our team in the season. We've got our team in the tournament. We've got our player of the tournament. So once again, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share and to forward. Thanks, guys, for the podcast this week and through this tournament. Take it easy.
See you later.
See you later.
Peace.
Later.